Hello, everybody. Welcome back to Stardew Valley multiplayer. How's it going, Rhapsody?
Oh, it's going incredibly well. Yourself?
Oh, you know, it's going. It's sure going. There's a new update for Stardew Valley in this one. It's been out forever by the time it comes out, I'm sure. But it's got a bajillion things in it.
Yeah, it's I think they were saying that every aspect of the game has been improved in some fashion.
Yeah.
It's almost a little intimidating.
Yeah, almost very intimidating. You read through the patch notes a bit. I got them pulled up on my second monitor too. What were some of the things you saw that were things of note in your eyes?
Well, the first thing is probably there's a movie theater event of some kind on some night. Is that one of the like seasonal events, or have I mistaken?
I don't know. It just says late game movie theater added with events. I don't know. It seems like a lot of it's kind of like a little cryptic, which you know is kind of nice for a game like Stardew Valley to add all these a whole bunch of major stuff. I feel like it's kind of fun to have it take a little bit of extra research to figure out before everybody's inevitably going to know all of it. It's going to be on the wiki forever.
Yeah, the process of experimentation and exploration that you're more a fan of than I am, at least.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know if I really, I don't know if I am a fan. I'm a fan of the idea of it, and like I get excited to like follow how that kind of stuff goes afterwards. Or in roguelikes, I'd like it for sure, where it's like experimentation of a single item. But like, I don't know, like whole subsections of games, if I'm playing it, I'll Google it. I'm like, how the hell to find this item? But if it's like, what does this item do? And in like, I feel like roguelikes are completely different, because for me, it's like, once you figure out all of this stuff and how it works, you're kind of like on a timer until it becomes stale.
Yeah.
So I kind of like to in roguelikes, I like to preserve that as long as possible, and to do that, not Googling this stuff is the way to go. But for like a game like this, like a relaxing thing or a story-based game, I always have this pressure to finish it. And Stardew Valley, even though it doesn't, it's like you're never done, you're kind of done at a certain point.
Yeah, eventually, you know, no one's gonna say a new line of dialogue to you. Eventually, you're not gonna get a new item for the first time. Eventually, you are done.
Yeah, you're as done as it gets, and like, I don't know. But I played like quite. I'm like not. I was just about to sell everything in my pocket. I'm like my time off here. I actually played video games that had endings and beat them. It's crazy.
Which did you happen to play?
I played through the entirety of, or the main entirety of Pokemon Shield, Luigi's Mansion 3, and Transistor.
Was that your first time playing Transistor?
It was, which I was like, oh, like finally I have time to play this. I'm pretty sure we mentioned before, like it was one of the games that like it's shocking that I haven't played yet. And it was like incredibly great, and I loved it as much as I guaranteed that I would. It was just one of those ones like, I'm gonna love this, but when do I play it?
Yep.
And then I was like, I was suddenly given all the time in the world, and I was like, this game is too short.
Yeah, sometimes it is nice that something else will manage your schedule for a while, so that you have to. You have no choice but
exactly. Yeah, it was nice. It was like, it was one of the few times where I'm like, I actually wish the game was longer. But it has kind of like a weird sense of, it has like a new game plus. Have you played it, Transistor?
Yeah, I played the entirety through. It's, I think the last it's the last Supergiant game that I played, because I haven't played Pyre.
Yeah. I bought Pyre today. It's on sale for like $6.
Ooh.
And I was like, it's the final Supergiant game I have not played, and it's funny enough, it was like the one that I am most interested in.
Yeah, why'd you make the choice to go for Transistor over Pyre when you were playing?
Because I owned it already. And I was like, yeah, I had it on. I think it was a free game. I played it on the PS4. I think it was a free PlayStation Plus game at some point.
Mm-hmm.
So I was just like, have it already. And I Googled how long it took to beat it, and I was like, that should be that. I want a game about that long. Sure. So I just went for it.
Hey.
But yeah, I got Pyre today. I don't know. I might. It's not going back into full swing, so I might beat it.
Mm-hmm.
And just be done with all the Supergiant games. And they have a great track record, like really good.
Yeah, at that rate, I mean, you just have to finish out the collection.
Yeah, pretty much. It's like, because their games are all like, they feel close, but they're all pretty wildly different in an impressive way. That they're all so gall darn polished and solid.
Yeah, it's like Transistor and Bastion feel like probably the closest mechanically to one another, but even then, they're pretty separate.
Even then, they're very different. Yeah, they're very different. But like Transistor is almost a turn-based game, but not in a way that I've never played ever. But yeah, no, I loved it a hell of a lot. But like, I don't know. It's nice to have time to beat a game that has a credits that doesn't show up after 1 hour.
Yeah.
It's a bigger thing. What's the last game with an ending you've beaten?
Oh god. Well, I mean, Outer Worlds.
It's not a roguelike. Oh yeah. What's the last one that you've beaten that you didn't do on camera?
Oh god, like I might actually be thinking back like 2, 3, 4 years now.
Ooh.
I don't know.
You play a lot. You play a lot of stuff to relax off camera and everything, but it's all just like roguelikes and stuff, right?
Yeah, it's always like, things that like I'm
Undermine
relaxing.
and Atomic Rhaps.
Exactly, because they have like a flow state. That's how I'm relaxing while playing them, rather than wait, whoa, there's a new quality of stuff. You can have iridium quality.
You can always have iridium quality.
Really?
Yeah, really late in the game, yeah.
Okay.
It's weird that we have it on the first year. I don't know why. Like, what did you get this iridium quality?
Just a couple of fish. That dang good of a fisherman.
Yeah, I mean maybe there is an extra one after iridium because frankly it's kind of weird that you got iridium fish already. I feel like that's like a year 2 thing at the very bare minimum.
I feel like I need to be reported for cheating.
I already done.
I have broken the law.
Reporting you. Concerned ape, I am concerned.
Who out of all of the characters in this town do you think would be the law?
Would be the law? Ooh. I mean, if it can't be Cool Tim, then jeez. Nobody's actually like that assertive. At least that's I don't know, lawful. I don't know.
Who's assertive but non-lawful?
I mean, like not lawful, but like like Shane or someone like who's kind of like more aggressive or whatever or abrasive, but they wouldn't be an officer.
Yeah, there's a lot of timid and meek townsfolk.
Yeah, there's tons, and then I didn't realize that until just now that everybody's a pushover or grumpy.
Everyone here is goddamn type B. How dare? You know what? It's Pam. Pam would be the.
You know, that is totally it. That's the answer. It's Pam. It's definitely Pam. But she needs to get herself together. She's not gonna be like she definitely would be the law. I don't know that I think she would have some issues, but she would be the law.
One of us is gonna have to go through her storyline so that she cleans her act up, and then we can give her the cap.
Then we'll give it to her. Why do we have the right to give it away? I mean, truly, we probably do more for this town than anybody.
Yeah, our grandpappy was actually our grandpappy was the law in this town a while ago, and our grandpappy recognizes we're both individually too soft to be the law, and therefore we're here to pick someone else.
We're not offended, grandpappy. We know. we came to appoint the law. Oh. with my final swing before I ran out of energy, I got down the next 5 floors.
Ooh,
There we go.
perfect.
My favorite part of the update is that we can take off our pants.
Wait, we can do that?
Yeah, open up your inventory, you can take off your pants.
Okay, apparently I'm not allowed to do that whilst fishing. But immediately thereafter.
You can't be that good of a fisher. Can't take off your pants while fishing? I don't think you're that good after all.
Look, I'm just like the rest of you. I put my pants on one leg at a time whilst fishing in the morning, you know. Just like the rest of you.
Just like the rest of you. They didn't add any new villagers, did they? No.
I would be amazed.
I would have been bum puzzled.
Wait a second, you totally can. Hell yeah, I'm just going around in my skivvies.
Where are you? Did you come up to the little lake? I thought I heard you fishing up there.
I went fishing up
that.
there to try and find the still as of yet missing fish. No luck so far. I feel like I may have poorly defined my goals for the day and accidentally just fished for no reason.
Yeah, I kind of like took half the day. I was like shaking off curtain back 1 week off, 2 weeks away. I had no idea what I was supposed to do, so it took me half the day to remember to go to the mine. So, but I got down 5 further, and I got 28 iron ore.
Ooh, damn well done. That'll get us another 4 blocks for that. Sandfish.
But apparently, so
sorry.
They added the 181 shirts. It makes me wonder if there's going to be a way to buy shirts and pants in game now. There's got to be, right? Like
you'd have to assume
if they
so.
give you the ability to. Oh my! We could change clothes. I just realized that we could trade clothes. That's neat.
So where, like, is it gonna be the hat sales thing down?
That's my guess. That's the only thing that it'd be there. Like, I don't know. I mean, they didn't add a new NPC.
Mm-hmm. So the goal of the series is now to just rock the coolest treads.
I mean, maybe that's yours. Mine is to catch them all. I'm gonna collect all 500 shirts.
Good lord!
Look at you go. Gotta catch them all. Clothing mine.
Absolute best of luck with that. There we go. I'll actually have my character sleep for the night.
Did I interrupt you saying which game you completed, or did you just not? You couldn't remember because it's so far back.
Could not remember because it was so far back. It's.
Oh, look, it actually says that we gone to bed now. That's great.
It
said when we went to bed. That's adorable.
No, it would be too long ago. It might actually be Witcher 1.
Wow. On release day.
Actually, I was beta testing it for the devs.
Yeah.
So it was before release day. That's how long ago?
If you had one entire day, I mean, anyone always technically does it anytime, but if you had one full day to just with the goal of completing a game right now, what do you have one in mind? That you like, hey, I've really been wanting to, like, why haven't I done this one? It's been on my list forever.
It might be
it's like
finishing Iconoclasts.
Oh, that was one of those ones that I got recommended a bajillion times, but it came at a time where there was like just a lot out.
Yep.
That was really good, and I don't even know what the gameplay is. I assume it's maybe like a roguelike? I don't know.
No,
What is
it's
it?
side-scrolling Metroidvania platformer.
Oh, come on. That's amazing. I love that.
Yeah,
I guess I just assumed it was a roguelike because if someone recommends something to me a billion times, it's a roguelike.
Same. Yeah, I experienced in that same kind of period of time and also had the same feeling of, oh, this must be a roguelike, I guess. But no.
Yeah.
Just a neat little 2D kind of pixel art side-scroller Metroidvania platformer.
Huh. Well, hot dang.
Mm-hmm. It kind of has like an extremely similar aesthetic to Sparklight, which you've probably experienced a little of recently.
I have it. and plan on making. I mean, this is so late. I probably will have made a video on it, but I don't know if I'm doing a series or not. But I'm excited to check it out.
I'm not certain either way on that game either.
Oh yeah, have you not even? You haven't touched it yet?
No. I played it a little bit.
But just not certain.
Not certain. Kind of reminds me more of like the Wizard of Legends style rather than like a broader Binding of Isaac kind of style.
When I heard the pitch for it and everything, all I heard was Swords of Ditto, which I have like a weird taste in my mouth for. Did you ever play that one?
No, I did see all of the stuff for it.
Yeah, it's because it was just like it had the same idea, like the same pitch of being, what if Legend of Zelda but roguelike, but more than the other ones, effectively. But like it had this weird thing where it's like, I was really excited. Like I hear that and I'm like, hell yeah, I want that. But then you play it and you're like, I don't like permadeath in this. You're like, these were separate for a reason. Sometimes two good things should stay separate good things. Like, I don't know, unless you boil it down further, because it's kind of just like, you have to really boil it down so that when you lose, you're not, I don't know, like, it was kind of just like a Legend of Zelda game where if halfway through it was quite a bit shorter, but then halfway through it, you lose your boomerang, you lose your bow and arrow, all of that, and you have to start over. And it's just like, it feels more painful to lose that stuff in a game like Legend of Zelda than it does in a roguelike.
Yeah, because in a roguelike, usually they're situated as this is a bonus that you currently have access to, whereas in Zelda, oftentimes it's like, this is your right arm, this is your left leg, these are that important to you.
You need this to go to half of the map. And now it's gone. Start over. And it's like, I liked it, and they apparently rebalanced it. And that game, like, they actually stripped out permadeath from it, which is like a colossal change. And I'm more interested to go back, but it's just one of those things where it's just the launch version just didn't sit well enough with me, so I just don't feel like going back. I don't know.
Yeah.
There's too many games.
Exactly. When there are enough games around, pretty much any single slight is enough to turn you off.
It's like, when I'm having so much trouble giving any game a first chance, it's so rare that a game gets a second chance from me. And it's like, it sucks. It sucks for games, but, like, it's just the market. There's just too darn many good video games. You spending all our money without asking?
I did.
Okay.
It's the copper watering pot we were doing?
Yeah. You finally got that?
I'm finally actually gonna make it.
Fun thing, in the patch notes, it actually says there's no use to do that anymore.
Oh damn. Unless your name is Cool Tim.
Oh man. Congrats on the shout out in there, by the way. Oh wait, Cool Tim.
I'm a sweet Tim, I'll have you know.
Yeah. Well, I mean, so you're saying I have to do it, and you spent our money. You read that patch note. You knew that you didn't have to do it, and you spent the money, so you had to do it anyway.
The only way I'm gonna remember in the future is if I make a horrible mistake now.
All right. What's a game that had just a horrible release or launch that you went back to and changed your mind? Is there any game that like had just an awful start, but you did a 180 on it?
Yeah, Dark Souls actually, because originally it didn't have the DS fix and it was kind of unplayable on PC. And obviously before the remaster where they kind of included a lot of those controllability options. Yeah, it was actually just straight up unplayable, but like outside of...
What were the problems?
Effectively, it was just really, really bad to control, and it was really, really poorly ported for PC.
Oh, okay. And DS Fix was I mean, I never played on PC. Was it an official thing or was that a fan supported thing?
It was a fan supported thing, but I believe
Okay.
they eventually ended up working with. Oh god, I can't remember his name for the life of me. I think it was Fuentes.
Greg.
Greg, yeah.
Fuentes.
So they ended up
Greg
working
Fuentes.
with Greg Fuentes for the release for Dark Souls remaster, which I think was
Okay.
like effectively was just like an official release that had that HD upgrades and you know, good maneuverability options. But that's like an accessible kind of thing. Like I decided to go back to it because I could actually play it now. I'm trying to think of games
that's
that
almost,
have been changed.
Yeah, it's almost different. Like, I don't know, the one that always gets, I don't have any firsthand experience with it, but the one that always gets brought up with stuff like that is the Final Fantasy online game. How they got, it was
Final
apparently
Fantasy 14,
like, yeah, it was apparently like Duke garbage.
Yep.
And they completely remade the game like from the ground up and called it like a patch. Like it was a completely different game, and they're like, it's just a patch, like reborn or whatever they call it.
Yeah, if I know correctly, they like had an in-game event of the world is ending, and then the world is going to re-begin again. So it was kind of like canon that they reshuffled everything.
I love that. I'm a sucker for that. Like just MMOs that just like do live events and everything like that. Like I don't care about Fortnite, but like the whole universe and things they do real time in the game are fascinating, and I want to see more of it. Like how they just have any major thing for the seasons changing, everything that like they do these crazy things in game. And it is I don't play the game, I don't watch, I do nothing with the game except I look at the fun events when they come out, and I see how all these things change in real time. It's just neat. It's just a cool thing.
I always wonder how those work. Like in MMOs, it kind of seems obvious, but in a Fortnite match, like, are you just logging into Fortnite and you just get spawned into a map with Thanos? Like, how's this happen?
As far as I know, it's like you spawn into a normal map, and then it's just like, if you're playing at that certain time of day, a major crazy thing like just happens, or like when a person interacts with a certain thing on the map, like a crazy thing would just happen for everybody, like all over the place. It's neat. I don't know how they do it. I don't know how they. I don't know how anyone does anything in a video game though. So who knows what's possible? Maybe it's like the easiest thing in the world. You know.
I mean,
like
it can't be extremely difficult because I know that they used to do events like that in the old Dota. Like back in the Warcraft 3 engine days, there would just be some item you get to interact with on the furthest edge of the map that would then start a boss fight for everyone.
That's neat. Man, I love the Warcraft 3 days. It's crazy that like that kind of interactivity, the custom map thing is like, they're like, here, let's give you infinite value out of our game. You're gonna like, we don't care if you're gonna like, I played so much Warcraft 3, and I think I probably played 2 hours of the actual game, and probably like 400 of custom map games. Seriously, like
it's about the right ratio.
I don't really remember playing much of anything about with the normal game. Like I remember basics, and it was like I probably did the campaign once, but I don't think I even beat the campaign. Like I don't think I beat the campaign.
I managed to.
Let's go play Pokemon. Let's go play janky fake Pokemon online on a custom map. I remember me and my friend made a map where it was Super Smash Brothers, and you picked one of the characters from Super Smash Brothers, and you would go and you'd level them up throughout the world, and then at the very end, everybody got teleported to a spot where you'd have a Super Smash Brothers fight. And I remember spending so much time sitting, pretending to know things about balance and tweaking the stats of the characters one way and another for literally just me and my friend, because nobody else played the map.
So just making your character ever so subtly more powerful.
I mean, like, I probably did. I probably made Kirby OP. I would imagine.
It's interesting, especially in the example for Warcraft 3, which is Warcraft 3 then spawned Dota, which then spawned auto chess. All of these
Yeah.
genres that have ridiculous playtime as well, all kind of spawned
Yeah.
out of the same area.
It's like, it's probably one of the most important video game releases, you
Mhm.
know? If you think about it, like Warcraft 3 is probably one of the most important PC game releases like ever.
Definitely.
Like, and that's crazy to think. And it's not because of anything to do with the game itself. And that's really crazy.
Well, the platform it provides, because
Yeah.
oftentimes games like that, like obviously Quake as well, being incredibly moddable. The Unreal Engine 4 just in general being quite moddable. The Source Engine itself, like all of these ended up creating complete genres of games in and of themselves.
Yeah.
Which of these fish? Which of these fish do we still need?
I have no idea. Donate a card to the bundle. Bullhit the bundle. Oh my goodness.
Sturgeon. We
Where'd
need
you
a
go?
sturgeon. This was all just actually fishing outside the mines. The thing I keep promising to do and then keep failing to do.
Yeah.
Turns out it's actually quite good had I have been able to follow through.
We should do the we should figure out what the new fish pond thing is next time. I wonder if it's at Robin's. Add the fish ponds to breed fish and produce items. I don't know.
Yeah, I'm worried that like our choice of having a good home base for fishing might now be irrelevant.
I don't know. I feel like it probably won't help us get new fish. I don't know. Or well, I don't know. Breed fish, it depends if it's like make new designer fish or if it's like just make more of the same. I imagine it's just like it's the exact same as like the coop or whatever. I guess.
don't know. I have fingers crossed that we get to make new designer fish. I want a fish with 4 heads.
Yeah. I want to fish with like toes. just on its side instead of where it's like little fins and fins are.
Ah, yes.
Just toes.
People.
Yeah, effectively. Anyway, I mean, we done here? I don't know.
Sorry?
Are we done here? Are we done here?
Hell yeah.
Do we normally end after that? I just don't remember. It's been a while.
We do normally end after 2 days. This one's on you.
I don't want to. Let's end the video and then just immediately start another one. Goodbye, everybody. Thank you for watching Stardew Valley. Links in the description for everything that matters and more. And no Croc 2 Game Facts links in this one.
Really? You're not going to put one in this one? Fine, I'll put it in this one. We'll just dutifully trade it off the duty.
You can do it in this one. I'm quite frankly, we gave them too much traffic. And we've created two, but you know, it's like how Warcraft 3 created the MOBA genre effectively. We created a brand new Croc 2 Game Facts fan base, and honestly, it's detracting from our popularity. So, I'm not going to do it again. If you want to do it, all good on you.
I was thinking it was a popular offshoot of literature.
No, it's just general fan base. It's Croc 2 is stealing our fan base. They can't possibly split their time well enough.
I always knew Croc 2 was going to do this to me.
I mean, we'll get our revenge. We'll keep going, despite you, Croc 2. Bye, everybody.
Adios.